Hello everybody, good morning and welcome. I hope you're all doing well today. I am doing pretty good. Coming on with something I haven't done in a while, and that is a project share, and I'm going to show you guys actually how I made it. And wow, I look like I have such a huge mess over here. Oh well, anyways, this is actually take two. I already did one, and then I realized I was out of the frame for most of it. So what I'm sharing with you guys today is this little pocket folder pouch booklet thingy merbobber. It's really simple and easy to make, and it's a neat little way to send some maybe ephemera or a little flat mail, or if you had maybe you made some cards and envelopes to send to somebody to use. So there's a pocket here and another one of the same on the back, and then there's this pocket here. A lot of times I like to make it a little bit smaller so I can use it as like a bag topper type, or just whatever I'm putting in here like this. Or if you want to insert something completely, I usually like to have it sticking out so people know that something is there. Could even slip a piece of double-sided paper in there so you have a background and you can put something else on this other side. Even the pockets, the way I usually do it, I do it without measurements. So it makes it really easy for me to decide how I want to do my pockets, because I can do it like that, or this one, which isn't completed, like that, or even on this little one here with an extra pocket. And this is just using the piece that I have cut from here. So anyways, and there's other ways you can do it too. It's so versatile. But yeah, I'm gonna stop chattering on about that and let's just get started. So I need to choose my piece of paper, and what I want is something that is non-directional. And I guess I will do this B one again. So you're going to want, well, what I'm giving you today is measurements for a 12 by 12. And again, I don't usually use measurements. The very first score mark that I'm about to show you, I just kind of try to visualize where I want it, but that's because I know how this pocket folder thing comes together. So for this, I'm going to measure at, I usually like to do it for the 12 by 12 somewhere between 2 and 3 inches. This one I'm going to do 2.5. Oh, my stylus jumped a bit. I hate when that happens. Get rid of that. Yeah. Okay, so there, I've scored it at 2.5, and I'm just going to flip it completely. And just so you know where I'm scoring at, this would actually be side to side and top and bottom, or vice versa, but again, on non-directional paper. So I'm just going to flip it all the way. And so my length between here and my score mark is 9.5 inches. So that would be 4 3/4 to be half. I don't usually go all the way to this center. See, I usually leave a space here. So I'm gonna go for 4 3/8. or 4 5/8. I'm gonna try not to let my stylus jump again. So here's that. And now I'm gonna do a 1/4 turn, and it's got it so the first score mark is here at the top. So it's the shorter section, and I'm gonna go halfway to the 6-inch mark, and I'm gonna score that just to that first score mark. And now I'm going to use this, and I'm going to cut it up the middle. So again, at 6 inches to those score marks. So I'm going to bypass this score mark and go all the way up to that very first one, that 2.5 inch score mark. And if you don't go all the way, that's okay. You can just finish the cut afterwards. So I'm done with that for now. So looking at it, you want to decide which pattern you want to be on the outside, and whichever piece you want, whichever side you want to be on the outside, you're going to fold it face to face. So I'm doing the patterns with the bees face to face. So that is going to be my outside. And if you happen to cut off a little bit, it's important that the score mark and this cut line up, and the other edge is not quite as important because you can always just cut it off. So, some lettuce there. So I do need to cut a teeny bit off, which is not a big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So now that I've got that fixed, what I'm going to do is fold this backwards, and then I'm going to fold this other side. See, and I came up with this a while ago after staring at a piece of paper, trying to figure out how I could make it bigger than it was, and, you know, make a little pocket folder without having a whole bunch of pieces of paper like glued together. So now I've got something that looks like this. So I'm going to fold that in, and I'm going to fold this in. So now I could measure it, but I'm not going to bother with measuring it because I'm going to cut both pieces at the same time. And I'm going to try to keep this top at the top. You can do it however you want, but I like to have it at the top because after I've glued the pockets together, if I decide I want it shorter, it's easier to just cut it off the top. So I'm going to go from this corner at the top, so in where the score mark is, however steep I want my pocket. So if I want it corner to corner, or if I want it up a little bit, and I do want it up a little bit, so here we go. I don't usually cut them both together, but in this case I am going to. Why? Because I want to. And then you could also do both pockets different, so you don't have to have the same pocket. But I like to have things be the same on both sides. It just looks nicer. Okay, so this is the point where you need to figure out how you actually want to close it. if you want to use ribbon or lace or whatever, like I did on the other one, you'll want to do that now. So I will go ahead and I guess I'll use the same lace that I used for the other one. So I'm just figuring out how long I want it. Well, I'm going to use the rest of the ribbon anyways, so, and then I'm going to fold it. So I'll just cut the ribbon afterwards. Just open this up, oops. So along this pocket, we actually only need to glue 2 sides. Because the bottom is still closed. We never cut that piece. So I'm going to use a little bit of Fabri-Tac for this. And I'm going to do a thin line of glue here and across the top. And then I'm going to put the ribbon in somewhere about halfway or a little bit closer to the top. I don't know why my eyes have been messing with me, because when I put things halfway, to me it looks like it's way lopsided, and then I measure it and everything's actually okay. So there's that. See, in this you can actually, if you don't like the way it comes together here, you can also cover it with lace or something if you want to, which it doesn't look right with this lace, but it's just an option. And then I'm going to switch glues. I'm going to use my Art Glitter glue for the rest of this. So I'm just going to do a little bit of glue down this pocket here and across. And the same on the other side. And as you can see, it is just that easy. So when I do it, usually I do it in steps. I make my first score mark, just to show you guys how I usually do it. I make my first score mark, and then I'll do my second one halfway, and then I will cut up the halfway. So I don't do any measuring really, other than, you know, this score mark in that one. And then I fold it together how I'm going to do it, like this, and then when I have the length here, that's when I take it and I start deciding how I want to do it. And then I will do my score mark based on these measurements here. So just a quick little explanation of how I do that. And then also, if I ever wanted to use the triangles as another pocket, I can do it like this and just have it like that. Or actually do a score mark. And, you know, let me use this just to show you guys. So I will do a score mark at like 1/2 inch. And I have to do this before I actually glue the pocket because it needs to go down before you do the pocket, otherwise it looks weird. So after doing this 1/2 inch score mark, this piece is sticking up so it's visible. I just cut that off. And then I have that. And I will take it and I will glue just this little flap here, right here. And I will leave it like that while I glue this pocket down and over, and then I will fold this one over and do it that way. So anyways, just how I do it. And now that it's done, I'll go ahead and tie it so I know where to cut the ribbon. And I'm not doing a really great bow, but it's just to give me an idea of where I need to cut it. And I keep calling it ribbon even though it's lace. So right about there. And then I'll probably make it shorter later, but anyways, that is my little pocket folder thingy. One piece of paper. Again, you can use any size. It doesn't even need to be a square piece of paper. Whatever you want to do, you can make cute little pockets with it. So, anyways, thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye.